So, what joints were affected by arthritis in you, and how long were you living with these symptoms for in these joints?
Well, both of my hands, and it started when I was about 20. I started getting the bumps and the swelling and the pain. Then it was my knees,
Okay.
and that's
And would you say since you were 20, were these symptoms, how were were they progressing, getting worse, staying the same?
no, they were definitely, it was progressing. My hands were becoming more and more deformed. I worked in a dental office as an assistant. I couldn't pass the instruments anymore. Um, I, I couldn't do that job anymore.
Okay.
I had a nice boss that gave me another job in the office, and but I couldn't do.
Wow. Okay. So really, yeah, basic daily functioning and even during work was becoming more difficult. And how about your quality of life? Would you say that was
It wasn't
affected?
very good. I mean, I'd
Mhm.
go home at night and I could look forward to my hands hurting. That
Yeah.
was,
Yes.
and they would throb, and there was no medication to take. Um, there was no help. There was no help at all.
And so, since you were diagnosed, can you recall any of the treatments you were given before you came here? What treatments did you try, and did any work?
Well, there really wasn't too much available except for pain medication. And every time I took it, I would itch and itch, and I couldn't take it. I couldn't live with that too.
Yes.
So, the visit that I had with my doctor, he said, "There's nothing, there's nothing for the type of arthritis you have. You have erosive osteoarthritis. There's no treatment. There's no pills I can give you. I'm sorry. I wish I could help you, but I can't because there's just nothing there." That, and then he told me that by the time I was 70, I wouldn't be able to use my hands anymore. So that was a little hard to take.
That's great. Yeah. Very similar to news a lot of patients get, especially in the U.S. here, and nothing is left. And then you came to us. How was your experience here at Clearwater Radiation Oncology?
Well, my rheumatologist gave me your pamphlet, and really, I thought this is not this is not going to work. And I brought it home, and my husband started reading through it. And my husband called you, and he said he never had a conversation with a doctor like you before in his life. So you explained everything to him. You answered all of his questions, and he had a lot of questions. Um, he said you were so forthcoming with everything. And he really thought it was a good idea for me to try it. Only he didn't put it that way. After he hung up with you, he said, "You're doing this."
Oh, yeah.
He said, "If it doesn't help you, Barbara, what's the worst thing that can happen? Your hands aren't going to hurt any more than they do now." So I said, "Okay, I'll try." And I started feeling something by the third treatment in my right hand. He said, "Something's different. Something's different." I couldn't feel pain in
Yeah.
certain areas. And then by the time I was finished, I'd wake up in the morning and go, "Are they going to hurt? Are they
Yeah.
going to hurt?" No. So, and how long has it been?
Yeah. Oh, a year and a half plus. You're well out of. Yeah, you were treated some time ago. A year and a half plus ago.
And I have no
Yeah.
pain.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
beautiful.
absolutely no pain. And I just couldn't believe that there was something out there that could help me, that I could actually start to have a life again.
Yes, that's the best thing to hear. From our seat, quality of life is better, and you can get
Oh,
out there
definitely.
and move on, do what you want to do.
Yeah. I was burning our dinner all the time. I couldn't work with the spatula. Now my hands are, pretty good.
Yes.
But the pain is not there.
That's amazing. That sounds so good.
Hmm.
And then, how about your experience with actual treatments? Did you feel anything during the treatments? While
They
you
were
on the
not
machine?
painful at all. As a matter of fact, a few times I almost fell asleep.
Yes.
It was
That's a
so
good sign.
comfortable laying there,
Yes.
and I was looking at that glass,
Yes.
painted glass window in the ceiling, and I was like, oh, no pain during, no pain after, no side effects at all.
Yeah. And that's usually expected. You usually tell patients that it feels like an X-ray. All we need you to do is be comfortable and lie still for 5 to 10 minutes. And then, did you develop any side effects from this treatment over
No.
the last year and a half?
None, nothing. I kept waiting. I said, this is too good to be true, but no. And you have a wonderful staff also. Every single one of them. I mean, they are just fabulous.
It's a complete, yeah, team effort.
Yes, it
nobody's
is.
anything without each other.
And
So
they're encouraging, and they're tell jokes, and because in the beginning you're kind of still not thinking anything's going to happen.
no, that's right. And yeah, at the end of the day, this is new treatment here in the United States, not so new. During our first conversation, we talked about that. So
That makes me angry.
yes,
It makes me
here,
very angry.
yes.
That goes to show that the drug companies are running the show in this country.
Yes, and that's one of our big movements here is to push. Let's lay off the medications and let's treat the disease at hand. And that's the beauty of this treatment is actually for the first time, our osteoarthritis world is trying to treat the disease process. So very, very good
I
to
am
hear.
so thankful to you, and I'm so pleased, and I'm still, it's like a miracle to me. It's just all those years. I'm 73. This started when I was 20. That's a lot of years of
Yes.
pain.
I don't even, I can't understand how you live with that. So,
Well, some people have it worse than I had. But the point was, it was for so long that it was like part of me that I didn't want to keep.
and since I last saw you several months ago, I mean, like I was saying, you have a new color. You look more lively. More in control.
I feel so much better.
I feel like that is priceless right there.
Oh yeah.
Control.
I can work in the garden again.
Yes.
I groom my own dogs. I do it myself, and
Yeah,
they were looking pretty bad. Now they look beautiful.
Very good. Okay. That is very good to hear.